going on, addressees? Welcome to the H&R TV, the official YouTube channel for the hottest new revolution, culture, and movement. That's to live your life and love the life you live, regardless of who you piss off in the process, culture, and movement. And for this video, first of all, it's like 5:30 in the morning, and I really don't usually be up this early. And if I am up this early, I damn sure don't be thinking about no forms of work or trying to make no videos or nothing like that. But with this particular topic that I'm going to talk about or speak on, um, I don't know. I can't even. It's just in my head right now. Like I'm trying to go to. I'm trying to sleep right now, but this is just something that a topic that's on my mind right now, because I guess it's a very popular topic that's being spoken about. Um, it's constantly being brought to my attention over the past day or so. I guess since the Supreme Court passed the decision about whether or not trans girls should be able to play in sports with natural born girls. And first of all, I'm the type of person who believes in folks minding their damn business. First off, and this is not something that I would typically even speak on, but people have been literally asking me to speak on it. Like for some reason, folks want to know what King V think about what's going on, and I guess it is relevant for like governance of the masses or whatever. Like governance of the masses for the nation or like people as a whole, as a collective. How? Let me break this down because I feel like I'm not explaining that the best that I could. Um, I'm all for like I'm all about people minding their own business. Um, but I guess when it affects the collective, the whole group of folks, um, like everybody as a nation, then I guess it's more appropriate for people to chime in and give their opinions or 2 cents about what's going on, if that makes sense. That's the best I can do, folks. Anyway, um, first off, I'm all about, like I said, H&R is all about live your life, love the life you live, regardless of who you piss off in the process. I don't discriminate against nobody. I believe that everybody should have the opportunity to live their life and enjoy the life that they live in a way that feels authentic to them, to what they feel inside of their spirit, to what they think, what their mind thinks, or whatever the case. Um, and I'm also, I empathize with different people. I'm able to not always think about things just from my own perspective, but to try to consider other people's experiences, other people's lived experiences, other people's um, challenges in life, or other people. I take other people into consideration. I don't just always think about things from my own perspective. I try to put myself in other people's shoes. So that's something that I make a conscious effort to do. With that said, yes, I can empathize with people who believe that trans girls should be able to play in sports with natural born girls, but I also empathize with people who say that natural born girls should not be playing in sports with trans girls. I remember being a little boy And I remember being a lot stronger than a lot of little girls. I remember that there were some little girls that were stronger than me. I remember that there were a lot of little boys that were stronger than me. And so they would definitely be a lot stronger than the little girls that I was stronger than. The point is that there's no blanket, just baseline strength for all kids. And then at one point, I heard the argument from somebody saying that, okay, well, trans girls take some kind of supplement that makes them weaker or makes them that's supposedly supposed to balance out the strength capabilities or something like that. But I don't, like, me personally, I don't know that. I haven't gone and done the research, and I'm not required to go and do the research to try to understand somebody else's plight in life. So that can't be something that you expect people to do. And again, I can empathize. But my suggestion personally in being able to empathize is I believe that it's wholly possible that we can create a league for trans girls who really want to play sports that bad. I believe that they should have an opportunity to play sports, but in their own league. And I don't feel like that is a condemnation of anybody. I don't feel like that is denying anybody of their rights. Like, you can't villainize folks who don't necessarily agree, and just because you can't guilt people into agreeing by saying, oh, well, just because you don't agree that they should play together, so you're not for, like, you're against trans rights or you're against their right to exist. No, no, that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. You could be all for somebody's right to exist, but also not necessarily for, you can still empathize with both sides of the spectrum. Um, and that, I don't believe that that's denying anybody their rights. You have handicap Olympics, you have handicap leagues, and this is not in any type of way to try to compare um, trans girls with handicap. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example that you have handicap sports leagues where handicapped people are not playing in sports with fully functional, fully capable, like, people, human beings. And nobody, that's not anybody condemning or denying handicap rights by establishing their own league. If anything, it's honoring their rights to exist by giving them a league of their own. I just ran out of storage space, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. And then I can go lay back down because now I finally got these thoughts out of my head. Um, but I don't believe that it's condemning anybody to just simply create a league for those who want to play sports. And again, this is not something that I would typically even speak on or care to speak on, to be honest, because it don't have nothing to do with me, and I'm all about people minding their own business. But Like folks want me to speak on it. They keep bringing it to my attention. So these are my thoughts on it. Um, and again, I empathize with everybody. But at the same time, I don't believe. Again, this is the world we live in, folks. Like we have to be realistic about the world we live in too. At the end of the day, like nobody is required to go and do the research to try to understand your plight in life or your struggles or your challenges in life. So what's the best way that everybody can come together to try to compromise and make something shape, make something happen? You can't expect like folks to force your will, or and you also can't condemn or guilt people into saying, "Oh, well, you're condemning me if, and you're condemning this whole group of people if you're against this particular one thing." I'm not even necessarily against it, but I mean, well, you just don't support it, don't understand it, whatever the case may be. I have my plight and my challenges in life, and this is why I became the change that I wanted to see in the world. This is why I tell my story and I share my experiences. Are there any trans women out there who played sports growing up who want to share your experiences and who want to enlighten the world about what goes on and what that experience is like? I encourage you to do that. Maybe that can help. Maybe that can change some minds. And if it is somebody out there, I haven't seen it, so bring it to my attention. Y'all bring everything else to my damn attention. But that's it. That's it, man. I wholly support trans girls and trans kids and trans girls playing sports in their in a league that is specifically for them. And that's my thoughts on it. Y'all be safe today. Stay out the way. Take everything one step at a time, one day at a time. Focus on finding yourself and finding your purpose. I love you. Trans girls included. Live your life. Love the life you live, regardless of who you piss off in the process. I love you, King V, H&R.